Houston, Texas, United States of America. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now, Global Matters Arising, Good Morning Africa, and Reggae at its best on ONN. We bring you greetings today. I hope those who are waking up had a great night rest, and those of us who are still up, we are here, trying to keep vigil on what is taking place in motherland Africa and around the world. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the coup, the foiled coup attempt in Burkina Faso, targeted at one of Africa's brightest, one of Africa's revolutionary leader, and there is no other person than Captain Ibrahim Traore, the head of state of Burkina Faso. Yes, Burkina Faso in West Africa. All right, let's do some intro before I go into the details of what took place and what those who are behind it, and then the allegation of the involvement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the rogue president of Nigeria, in the plot.
Greetings to all Africans at home and across the global African family. Today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. My name is Nasata Habib, and I am broadcasting from the United States of Africa, a platform committed to African unity, sovereignty, truth, and the collective advancement of our continent. In today's important report, we bring you a critical update from Burkina Faso following the foiling of a serious attempt to destabilize the country. In this video, you will hear directly from the Minister of Security, who provides detailed explanations about what was planned, how the operation was organized, who was involved, and the objectives behind this dangerous plot. According to the official statement, the plan involved coordinated actions by both military and civilian actors aimed at creating instability and undermining national leadership, particularly Ibrahim Traore, the president of Faso. The minister also sheds light on the role of intelligence services, the sources of financing, and the broader strategy behind this attempted destabilization. This message goes beyond a simple security briefing. It is a strong reminder of the challenges African nations continue to face in their pursuit of sovereignty, stability, and self-determination. It highlights the resilience of the Burkinabe people, the professionalism of the defense and security forces, and the determination of citizens to protect their country from forces seeking to reverse progress and independence. It is also a call to unity, vigilance, and responsibility. The statement urges citizens to remain alert in their daily activities, to avoid being used knowingly or unknowingly in harmful schemes, and to actively support peace, cohesion, and national stability. For Africans everywhere, this development carries an important lesson. What happens in one African country does not exist in isolation. The security, stability, and sovereignty of one nation are deeply connected to the future of the entire continent. Staying informed, asking questions, and engaging responsibly are essential steps toward building a stronger and more united Africa. Before the video plays, we encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this broadcast. By doing so, you help amplify African voices, counter misinformation, and connect Africans across borders in the spirit of unity and shared purpose.
First of all, allow me to pay a well-deserved tribute to all the defense and security forces, to all the volunteers for the defense of the homeland, and to all the resilient and patriotic populations who fight day and night to ensure Burkina Faso remains standing. Thanks to their resilience, thanks to their determination, thanks to their self-sacrifice, Burkina Faso will remain standing despite all adversities. A speedy recovery to the wounded. For those who have left us in this war of honor, I reiterate the government's firm commitment to never forget them. May the free land of Burkina Faso rest lightly upon them. This is an opportunity for me to congratulate and commend the highly commendable work of the intelligence services. Thanks to their professionalism, Burkina Faso has once again thwarted attempts at destabilization. Congratulations to them. At 11 p.m., an action to destabilize the country was planned. This was to be carried out through a series of targeted assassinations of civilian and military authorities, beginning with the neutralization of Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traore, head of state, president of Faso, either at point-blank range or by an action to plant explosives at his residence. After this action, an action to disable the drone base was scheduled to follow, in addition to a ground military intervention by external forces. Regarding the actors involved, for reasons of confidentiality and to avoid compromising the effectiveness of the investigations, we will only name the main actor. This is former Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. So his key mission was to design and plan the actions, to find and mobilize the funds, and to recruit civilians and military personnel. The military personnel had the mission of co-opting other soldiers and setting up action groups with well-defined missions. And the civilians were to mobilize populations, their supporters, so that after the military action, they could mobilize their supporters in order to support the military action. What is also important to bring as information to the population are the sources of funding. It should be noted that a large part of the funding comes from Côte d'Ivoire, with the last operation amounting to 70 million. So I also want to emphasize that the arrests are continuing, as is the dismantling of the networks. In any case, and to call the national public as a witness, we will make available to the media confession videos from the hearings of some key players. The investigations are ongoing and the arrests are also ongoing. So all individuals involved in this matter will be brought before the public prosecutor, and the full force of the law will be applied to them. To the people of Burkina Faso, I want to reassure the population that the situation is under control. I urge them to remain calm.
I had a crazy idea. We were surprised that no one had done it before.
Success?
Also, I wish to commend the spirit of self-sacrifice, the spirit of patriotism of the people, and particularly of the Citizen Watch. This latest mobilization of the people to protect their leader, Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traore, is a testament to their determination to support the irreversible march towards the liberation of Burkina Faso from the chains of imperialism. I also issue a message of national unity, social cohesion, and a call for increased vigilance among the population to strengthen the strategic watch in the fight against imperialism. This is an opportunity for me to call on the population to show discernment in their daily activities, to avoid being the perpetrator, co-perpetrator, or accomplice in sinister destabilization plots against our country by reporting any suspicious behavior to the number provided. So, I emphasize this point because during the investigations, a significant number of civilians were also arrested, as they were sometimes naively used to run various errands or to pass on important messages here and there. And that is why I truly insist that the population remain vigilant and that people show discernment and caution in their daily activities.
Now, as you listen carefully to this official declaration, we invite you not only to watch, but to reflect. Think about the implications of what is being revealed, the responsibilities of leadership, and the role of citizens in safeguarding their nations. Your opinions matter. Your perspectives help shape the conversation, and your engagement strengthens the collective African voice. So we ask you, 1. Based on the details shared by the Minister of Security, what is your assessment of this attempted destabilization and the response by the authorities? 2. In your view, how can African citizens better contribute to national unity and vigilance in order to protect their countries from internal and external threats? Please share your thoughts respectfully in the comment section. Let us learn from one another, stay informed, and continue working together for a peaceful, sovereign, and united Africa.
All right. That was a statement from the Minister of Security in Burkina Faso. So, The situation is a little bit rowdy right now, but we are beginning to sieve information together as to where, who, and others that were responsible for this dastardly act, designed to cut off yet another revolutionary. Yes, after Thomas Sankara in that country. Yes, they are coming back in full force. Yes, they are coming back in full force. What we saw in the 60s, early mid 60s, is returning back to Africa. Remember Patrice Lumumba, right? Yes, remember Kwame Nkrumah. Remember Sekou Toure. Remember Modibo Keita. Remember Abdel Nasser. Remember Emperor Haile Selassie. Remember all of them, those frontline, die-hard Pan-Africanists. What happened to them? Because they refused to yield. They were either assassinated or overthrown and replaced with puppets. Yes. And this is the reason why the African people must go back and start listening to Africa Unite by Robert Nesta Marley. And the reason they should go back to listen to the greatest speech ever made by any head of state on earth till date that had refused to die. And that was the statement issued at the General Assembly of the United Nations in 1963 by Emperor Haile Selassie. And this is the reason why the people of Africa, including the descendants of slaves scattered around the world, this is the reason why we must go back to listen to the message of Marcus Mosiah Garvey that says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, for none but ourselves can free our minds. And that was what Bob Marley put in Redemption Song in 1980, his exit validatory message to the people of Africa and the rest of the world. Yes, remember all those great guys. Samora Machel, the first president of Mozambique, how he was blown up in the mid-air. Africa, we need some house cleaning, serious house cleaning. How are we going to move beyond being stuck? We are all stuck. Yes, we are stuck. So if you are joining us for the very first time, we welcome you to ONN. This is Good Morning Africa. And please do subscribe to our channel and share our message or our messages with friends, family members, associates, and fans and your cheerleaders. Yes, so we can grow and become a strong voice for the African people and the people of the world anywhere they are oppressed. They are back. They are coming back. They are everywhere. Yes, remember one of the presidents, was it Amika Cabra, who said that those that we thought, though we have gained this independence, really the independence that does not have economic power associated with it, they will return one day as investors. And when they fail as investors, they will come as invaders. This is the story of Africa. What we are facing right now is a multi-billion multi-dimensional challenges. Now you want to ask yourself a question as an African. Why is it that everybody wants Africa? Why is it that everybody is racing to Africa? Why is it that everybody wants to help Africa? Yes, and why is it that the African people have not been able to push through the vision of their founding fathers? Yes, the founding fathers of Africa, those who moved for the unification of Africa. They saw the threats that we face today, and they did their best to try to move, yes, to build a country called the United States of Africa. Yes, with one government. Yes, with one economy. Yes, with one reserve bank. Oh, yes, and with one military, strong military. And, on top of that, with an open border, which means you from Nigeria, you from Sierra Leone, you from Kenya, you can just jump into an airplane, or you can jump into a train, or if you can drive long driving buses, you can go to anywhere. Yes, you can go to anywhere in Africa and be the African. Do business. If you want to stay, you stay. If you want to go back to your home place, you can go back. And that way, we will end all this unnecessary violence everywhere, like what is taking place in Nigeria right now, where Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, and then in Somalia, where we are having about Al-Shabaab, and everywhere else, everywhere the continent is on turmoil. If we had followed through with that vision, that prophetic vision, yes, at the time, we won't be where we are. But it's not too late. Let this generation do something. Yes, urgently, and not wait for tomorrow, because the threats are here. The foot soldiers are here. They are real, and they are demonstrating it. Yes, they are demonstrating it. We need to do, first of all, we the African people need to do some soul searching. Yeah, call it introspection. Why are we stuck? Why is it that we have over 45% of the whole Earth's resources? Yes, in our continent. Yes, but yet we are about the poorest people on Earth. Yes, 75% of our entire population of 1.5 billion people is made of youths who are unemployed, underemployed, or unemployable. Our young people have to travel on foot through harrowing experiences to Libya, to Morocco, and to Algeria in order to find a way to get into Europe. Yes, Europe, it is African resources that feeds Europe. They don't have anything. But we who have it, they come and exploit, take away from us, take to France, take to Britain, take to Spain, take to everywhere in Europe. But we who own it, we can't have anything. And then when we go there, they tell us we are immigrants, illegal immigrants. They chase us about in their streets. We don't have access to medical care. A lot of us die there. There's an army of young people from Africa all over Europe, and even as far to India now, Malaysia, Indonesia. Yes, a people from such a rich continent are suffering so much. And then we have a problem of leadership. Terrible, terrible leadership. Terrible. You name it, from Kenya to Nigeria to everywhere. What do we have? Horrible, horrible people leading us. So isn't it time we looked inwardly to ask ourselves these questions about the vision of our founding fathers that we have not been able to activate? Hello, hey Kamaki, Africa, how are you? All right, Alakba, you said Nairobi does not want that. Can you tell me more about why Nairobi does not want that? I would love to hear. This is an interactive section. So I want to hear from especially young Africans everywhere in Africa. What do you think? Are you happy with the way Africa is right now? Yes, look at whenever a young African with vision comes to power, yes, whenever they come, they knock them out. They do everything to knock them out so that they'll continue to grip us, hold us in captivity. Now, the bad ones, they don't do anything to them. Yes, the evil ones, they don't do anything to them. So, Africa, what are we doing? Young Africans, I am talking to you. Hey, Master Games, how are you? Thank you very much. Always, always, always. How are you? All right, Anga Bonga, brother, how are you? Okay, Kamaki. So let's hear from everybody. Africa, yes. And this latest coup plot against the young man, the youngest president perhaps in the world. Great guy, visionary, patriotic, diehard, selfless, doing great things for his country, like a true leader should do. But some people want him out. They want to knock him out. I don't even know how many coup plots has taken place in that place, Burkina Faso, since Ibrahim Traore came to power. It's been over 20 years. It's been over 20 years. Who are responsible? Some African leaders who are responsible. The guy he ousted because he was destroying the country. Yes, he stood up as a diehard patriot. They came together, they were together. Let us fight this terrorism. Now he's slack. And then that guy, Henry Dambua, is now conniving with terrorists. The people who are supposed to be buried alive, is conniving with them. And then infiltrated the Burkina Faso army to use some of Traore's friends to destroy him and destroy other patriots that work with him, to reposition their country for greatness. This is the trouble with Africa. This is the trouble. There's going to always be a traitor. Yes, Blessed Compaore did it. Yes, to Thomas Sankara. He was his best friend. They were revolutionaries. Thomas Sankara was a revolutionary. He demonstrated it. 4 years of his leadership transformed the entire Burkina Faso, brought the literacy level so high. Yes, invested so much in agriculture that the people were now able to feed themselves and export some. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Master Games. Thank you. Yes. So now they want him out. And who is behind this? The country behind this is poor France. Wretched France. France has been operating in that zone, in that region. France was their colonizer. For years that they were under the French colonialism, the country did not make any progress. France was exploiting them. They were exploiting Niger. They were exploiting Mali. They were exploiting Senegal. They were exploiting Zaire. They were exploiting Congo Brazzaville. They were exploiting Côte d'Ivoire. Yes. And this young man said, no. Enough is enough. Let us deal like nation to nation. Let's not deal anymore like slaves and masters. No, France will not have it. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you to tell us? They were stealing uranium to power their electricity in France. But in Niger, where they get the uranium from, the people have been in darkness. How fair, how fair, how unfair can a people be? For real. Yes, for real. And you know what is the president of France, his name is Emmanuel. You know the meaning of Emmanuel? God be with us. Is that way how God can be with the people? For real? God be with us. That is the meaning of that Hebrew name, Emmanuel. Yes, and they go to church. These guys go to church and pray to this. Is it this almighty God that I pray to, that they pray to? What goes through their heart? Everybody wants to exploit Africa. Everybody wants to take from Africa. And everybody wants to pretend that they are helping Africa. We don't need your help anymore. So now, Africans, listen. Like we did before, when they tried, we must rise up in defense of this young man and every other good African leader who is defending the interest of Africa and the African people. We must stand up and line behind them. And this is why I've been talking. I wish maybe perhaps one of these days I will be able to reach directly Captain Ibrahim Traore. There is need for us to build a Pan-African army. Yes, it can start from Burkina Faso. It can start from the AES countries. Young Africans need to wake up. Young Africans with energy need their energy channeled into something productive. We want an Africa that will be free. We want an Africa where its children will have access to opportunities. We want an Africa that can educate its people in line with who we are as Africans. We want an Africa that can build research institutions so that when there is any pandemic or epidemic, we'll be able to produce vaccines and not rely on other countries to supply us vaccines that they will give us whenever they like. Yes, and perhaps not even the best vaccine that we'll get. We want an Africa that will wake up and start building its roads. We want an Africa that will generate its own electricity and distribute its own electricity made by African people on the African soil. We want an Africa that can create its own social media, that can, you control it, not being tied to anybody, that can switch it off and then you go back into darkness. We want an Africa that can stand tall and strong, but we work with friendly nations to expand the opportunity for the African people. We don't want an Africa that will be a beggarly continent. We are tired of being treated as if we are beggars. We feed the world. Why should we be treated like beggars? It's all about leadership. And this is the reason why we must do some serious introspection. This is why we must look at our countries, look at the type of leaders that we choose. Are they serving our interests? Are they helping our people? Who do they support? Are they able to advance a cause for our people? Yes. When they go outside Africa, when they sit down and talk with people, how do they position themselves? As slaves, as beggars who beg? Yes. Honestly, is there any reason China is in Africa constructing roads, building stadiums in China, in Africa? Where are our architects? Where are our civil engineers? Why should Nigeria's 4 refineries go dead? So does it mean that we don't have petroleum engineers, or the engineers who can build and then the Nigerian petroleum engineers refine? Why do we have to export crude oil? and then buy refined products in our own country, in our country, in our continent. If something is not wrong with us, something is not right, we got to wake up. We got to wake up. We must defend Ibrahim Traore. Let me thank the Burkinabes. You know, those people are something else. They took to the street to demonstrate solidarity, support for a leader who is working for them. He didn't need to bribe them like they do in Nigeria. He didn't need to pay anybody to stage a solidarity march. He didn't need anybody he didn't have to pay anybody to protest. They came out as organic Burkinabes. They came out as true Africans. Yes, stayed with their president. Who can touch him? When it is difficult to touch someone like that, because he's doing good. He's doing everything for the people. Yes, he's doing great things for the people. That is why you cannot come and take him. And now let me tell traitors from Africa, the enemies of good, the enemies of progress. They give you money. Yes, they give you money to wreck your continent. They give you money to kill a revolutionary. Yes, so you benefit from that. And that chapter is closed. Your people suffer. You need to start thinking. You need to start thinking. You need to start thinking. And this is the reason why it is so easy. It's only easy to poison people in Africa, to arm them against their countries, arm them against their continent. Yes, like what is taking place in Nigeria. Some people have AK-47, more superior fire force than what the country's army has. And these people are supported, masterminded by foreign interests. They have middlemen who speak the language of the people. They tell them it's about Allah. The young man who is their victim, who doesn't know anything, they give him drugs and then promise him 27 virgins if he dies in battle. And you have 27 virgins. Yes, trigger happy children on drugs. They will shoot up everything. That is what is taking place. They don't know what their middlemen are doing. They are collecting money from their imperial supporters who back them to destabilize the country so they can gain access to control the country's mineral and natural resources. This is what this whole thing is about. That is what is taking place all over Africa. Yes, it's sad. It is sad. France has done enough damage to Africa. France, for over 80 years, stole 500 billion US dollars from its 14 colonies. Yes, isn't it time they stopped? Broke ass France. Yes, isn't it time they changed their policy? Isn't it time they became more friendly? Isn't it time they apologize and atone for their sins? Yes, the same thing in Imperial Britain, what they did in Nigeria. The effects we are still suffering today as we speak. Nigeria is struggling because of the bad blood that the British imperialists left for our people. And it has become a generational problem that we have been fighting to solve. But some people don't want it solved because it's benefiting some elites of the country. Now, the ordinary people, this is why I speak to you. You don't know how much power you have that you are not using. Yes, every time these same criminals come together and tell you about an election tomorrow, and then you'll be dancing. Since the past 4 years, you have been going to bed on empty stomachs. Yes, you can't think. You can't see. You can't see that these people are robbers. Yes. Yes. It is sad. All right, let's take some statements here before we continue, because it's going to be something that has to do with Nigeria here. Yes. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Question mark on his involvement in this plot. You won't be surprised. That criminal has accepted France, that Burkina Faso has expelled, that Niger has expelled, Mali has expelled them. All of a sudden, this criminal called Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in bed. I don't know if Macron is his boyfriend. I don't know what the kind of relationship they have. It's something to worry about. Every second he is in France. What is he doing in France? But that's going to come later. Let's take some statements from here. All right. Okay, Master Gamez, the MAGA movement supports Nigeria. Gracias mucho. Thank you, MAGA. I see you, man. I appreciate what you are doing. Great job. We can't appreciate you enough. No, the question is, they want to destroy a good man who is working. They see this idiot called Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They should come and take him away. If they like, let them roast him wherever. We don't want him in Nigeria. Those are the type of people, but they want to keep them. You see what I'm saying? Because they can blackmail him to give up everything because he has a terrible criminal record. But we're going to come back to that. All right. France is an exploiter. France has exploited its former colonies to death. Finished those colonies. Stedford Clark, I love what you are saying, my brother. Spicy reggae, a fresh new sound. All right. If you got a link to it, let us see. And we'll see what we can do about that. We're those dancing for Western and France. Yes. That's what they do. So we are tired of puppets leading Africa. We are tired of puppets. Am I speaking to some people? Am I speaking to some young people? Yes, we are tired of. You know what puppets do? They sell the future of a country. They support those who will steal everything from them, make the people so poor and incapable of raising their fingers. Make them so poor and that they accept to be slaves for the rest of their lives. Yes. And one of these puppets, the most recent, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nigeria. Another puppet is William Ruto in Kenya. Another bad puppet is Paul Biya. Yes, Paul Biya in Cameroon, and on and on. We have Equatorial Guinea, puppet. Congo Brazzaville, puppet. Zaire, puppet. All of them puppets. The only few that refused, the only few that know that there is something wrong and there is need for Africans or Africa to regain its independence. Ibrahim Traore, Chiani in Niger. Yes. And the young man in Mali. They don't want them. They want to knock them out. But you Africans, will you let them? That is the question. We did it before. You know, this weapon of assassination is what they used before. This weapon of sabotaging those who oppose them. Yes, they sabotage the economy. It worked so well for them before. But we Africans today, can't we take a step further? Defend our continent better than those before us did? Kwame Nkrumah, Sekou Toure, Modibo Keita, Emperor Haile Selassie, yes, Patrice Lumumba, They did their great part right at the beginning. Yes, they were exceptional. You couldn't question their patriotism. You couldn't question their commitment to the liberation and unification of Africa. But those who came after them, all question marks, with the exception of a few. Robert Mugabe, that they demonized to make him look like he was a Satan. And for the great part, a lot of us believe them. They wrecked the Zimbabwean economy, destroyed everything, got the Zimbabweans hungry, and then the rebellion started. That's what they do. Now they tried it with Ibrahim Traore. When all of us stood up and our voices were heard across Africa and everywhere on earth, they beat a retreat. But I tell you this, these people are children of Satan. They will not stop. They will continue to try. But it's our duty as Africans, it's our duty as children of light to resist and stand up for Africa. Stand up for exceptionally good African leaders. Yes, Ibrahim Traore has stepped forward to make a difference. Yes, he is good guy. Yes, and okay, let's see. Some people are saying something right here. Good morning, what's up, Big Kitchen? How are you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you here. And AI engineers, how are you? Thank you very much for your compliment. And yes, we are listening, you said. Thank you very much. And Jeremy Leland, good morning, sir. Hey, good morning. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. Yes, all of guys are just, all right. I don't want to talk about that. And, okay, Ike James, all right, great to see you. Beatrice, thank you very much for joining us. And this is an interactive section. Please feel free to ask me any question you may have. If you're an African, yes, living in Africa, you're an African diaspora, including the descendants of slaves everywhere in Africa. You are Africans. We love you, and we want you to be part of what we are doing, because the new Africa has a place for you. The new Africa will grant you free return to Africa. And that is why we are working so hard to make sure that those who have a progressive mindset will be in position of leadership across Africa. We don't want an Africa that will, be demanding a visa for a black man, whether he was born or she was born in Africa or not. It doesn't matter. Come back home. Let us develop the place. We want an Africa whose leaders will have a clear understanding and rise above terrorism, rise above tribalism, rise above religious nationalism, and rise above this imperial mindset, imperial ideology that has kept all of us divided. Let us be more Africans than Arabs and Europeans. You may be some Africans now want to be Chinese. Yes, we are tired. We should build a continent. Yes, the African continent, if well built, in line with the vision of our founding fathers. Yes, we can trade with ourselves. We can do everything with ourselves. The continent is vast, endowed with everything. Everything is in Africa. We are not, no African should be poor. Yes. But what we have in abundance is poor leaders, horrible leaders. We have wicked leaders who suppress their people, who exploit their people, who abuse their people, who repress their people, who oppress their people. Yes, without recourse for consequences. We have them. Nigeria is one. A man who sold drugs in the United States is sitting on the presidency of Nigeria. A man who forged certificate is sitting as the president of Nigeria. A man who stole somebody's identity is sitting as the president of Nigeria. A man who is corrupt and morally bankrupt is sitting as the president of Nigeria. A man who has blood in his hands is sitting as president of Nigeria. A fraudster who never had anything meaningful that he owns as his business is sitting as the president of Nigeria. A terrorist, yes, a terrorist is the vice president of Nigeria. A terrorist with ties to Boko Haram is the vice president of Nigeria. The man in whose house those who bombed the United Nations building and killed a lot of international and local domestic staff, yes, in his house, it was in his house, those who committed that heinous crime were arrested. What business did he have with them? If he is not, he wasn't part of them. Yes. Thank you, Ahmed. Yes, Ahmed Johnson. He said, protect President Traore at all costs. We have to do it. It's a duty from God. It's a duty from our ancestors. It's a duty for all men and women of conscience. We will do it. We will do it. We will do it. Yes. All right, Sule. We are not here to disrespect us, and we do not tolerate disrespect from here. So goodbye from here. You never come back to ONN anymore. Something is not right with you. All right? Okay. Yes, he's out. His ass is out. Yes, you know those haters? Yes, perhaps he's one of those killing Nigerians in Nigeria. Yeah, I'm looking at his name. Gave him out. Probably one of those bandits and terrorists. Yeah, but we are coming for you. We are. We gave you the appetizer. All right, on December 25th. The full meal is coming. And then you will understand that there are some people who own that country and not you. All right, goodbye. All right, so here, we are here. Thank you very much. And please, you know how we roll here. Support our mission, you know, to help us grow and expand the mission. You can do this by sharing our messages. You can do this if you are a first-timer. You can subscribe to our channel. You can do this also by sending us a super thanks and sending us gift. And you can do this, most importantly, by liking our messages and our stream, you know, and this way, YouTube will continually recommend our channel to people from around the world. We appreciate you. For those who have liked, we want to see more likes, we want to see more sharing, we want to see more comments, we want to see more questions. Today is in an interactive session, and that is why I wanted to talk to you, our great subscribers and the members. Again, it's important too. Something that is very, very important to us. If you can join our membership, that helps us, you know, grow too. And we'll have special perks for our members, you know, things that we do with them, you know, as members. Privileged information that they receive first before it goes public. So those are the things. I'm a singer too. You know, you support us, you know, we can sing for you. We can do a lot of things just to catch that fun. And don't forget our Friday night gig, Reggae at its best on ONN, starting at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time here, right here. And I'm the anchor. It's always great and always packed. So we look forward to seeing you next Friday. Oh, right. It's right around the corner. Tomorrow, actually. Yes, we're going to be hosting the reggae at its best on ONN. So it'd be nice to see you there. And I'm going to run a list of our programs that we do. Every Saturday, Nigeria Now at ONN. Yes. And on top of that, we do Good Morning Africa. Yes, global matters are rising. So we talk about everything that is taking place around the world. Yes, including what's happening here in the United States. So we talk about it because our channel is a global channel. A lot of people come from around the world to be part of what we do. And they love Nigeria. That's very, very, it gladdens my heart to see how much people want to know more about Nigeria. And then they ask questions. Yes. Are you for reparation for Black Americans? Absolutely. Absolutely. There is nothing wrong with that because they paid a huge price here. You know what it takes to be disconnected from your continent? For this thing happened for 400 solid years. Chopped off, brought here, subjugated, deprived, and all that. So reparation is not a bad idea. Yes, it's not a bad idea. All right. Okay, and Mr. Bay has said, send more details about the reggae music, reggae music show. Okay, and how it start, we play really roots reggae, roots rock reggae, mainly from Robert Nesta Marley and Peter McIntosh, Bonnie Whaler, and Bonnie Spear, and all those great guys. And recently, Bonjo Banton, those who have message. Yeah, we play ideological reggae music, those who can inspire people. And they speak to our audience, they speak to people, they speak to the heart. Yeah, those are the type of music that we play. It's always packed, and it starts at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday, every Friday. When we are not able to host it on Friday, we push it over to Saturday because sometimes things get crazy here. I get a lot of visiting. Like tomorrow, Saturday, I have 2 interviews that I'm going to be dealing with here. So we interview people, and there's a program that is going to be starting on Saturday morning here at 10 a.m. Nigerian time. And Mufaraka Hausawa, that is an Hausa program because we are extending our service. We have now a Hausa service of ONN, where somebody who speaks the Hausa language is able to speak and reach out to our Hausa audience. You know what is taking place if you're a Nigerian. You know what's happening in Nigeria right now. You see the Hausa people who have been subjugated for 226 years. They are waking up and they are demanding for their place in Nigeria. They don't want to be under the Jim Crow hammer of Fulani elites. So they are waking up. So if you come to that program on Saturday, yes, you will love it. And the young man, Habibu Yusuf Sodangi, is going to be anchoring it, but I'm going to be there on the very first day to introduce him to our global audience. So I hope you'll be there. We look forward to seeing you. So that's the reggae time. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time we're here. But if we are not able to host it for any reason on that day, we push it to Saturday. And usually it's always packed. And we will love input from you. And during that show, like during this one, any person who wishes to appear live, we can talk to you. We don't need money. You don't need any ceremony to come here. Every time, most of our broadcasts are for the public. We put the link to our studio there, so any person who wishes to speak on any issue, you can come. And if you want to call on phone, the number to call is +1 713 281 5435. And it is again +1 713 281-5435. Yes, so if you call me right now, I'll pick up the phone. If you have any question, you want to say anything, you want the world to hear your voice, we are up for it. And then in our next conversation, I didn't put the live link to our studio here. Otherwise, you will be able to access it and jump in and we see your face and to celebrate with you. We love people. We don't hate people. We don't support any discriminatory act here. We understand that there's one humanity, regardless of what people do to divide the people. I'm a Rasta man. Rastas bring people together. We don't divide the people. Yes, but we don't tolerate people who hate others for no just cause. So we are one family. That is why ONN is a global movement. So we thank all those who joined us here. Yes, who joined us here. This morning is 4:10 a.m. here, Central Standard Time. But for the love of country, that is why I am still here. I want the love of country, the love of Africa. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me jump on another device. Then I'll type the number right there for you. Just a second. Yes, we love the people. We love humanity. We love everybody. We don't hate nobody. We don't discriminate on the basis of race, skin color, or anything. But we don't tolerate stupid people. Those who hate people, those who look down on others, those who have no respect for others. No, we don't care about you. We will come after you when you exhibit any such trait. All right, so I'm trying to put that number here. So can I get going? Where is it? Come on now. View channel. Let me see here. All right, good job. Yeah, just give me a minute. Let me just type it in. All right. Studio number. 713 281 5435. Let me see. All right, that's our studio number right there. 713-281-5435. I messed up. Let me correct that, please. Let me correct that. Okay, let me correct that. 713 281 5435. 281 5435. All right, got it. Yes, that is our studio number. All right, so now we've given you the synopsis of what is taking place in Burkina Faso. They want to extinguish that fire out there, but we are not going to allow them, and you should not. So we'll continue to speak. The more they hear your voice, the more they know that there are people who are not sleeping. Then they will know that it's not just another common criminal. What France wants in Africa, their time has expired. France will not dominate anything in Africa anymore. They had their time. They exploited the continent and its people. They abused our people. They treated us as if we are animals. Now we have woken up, and they cannot come, no matter what they try, no matter how they try. As it has first Ibrahim Traore, he is an African property, and he cannot be touched. We will all rise to his to his defense. Okay, Dami Young, you ask question on any progress on Nigeria's tax policy about Tinubu. To be very candid, there is nothing, no update. The criminal is adamant because that policy is so important and so crucial to his survival. And guess who? He contracted the business of collecting the taxes to France. And that is a major violation of our country's sovereignty. The other day, when the United States bombed the terrorists in Nigeria, they were raising their stupid voices, talking about the violation of Nigeria's sovereignty and territorial integrity that does not even exist. All right? And a few days later, he contracted a French company or the French government to be in charge of collecting taxes in Nigeria. What a disaster. And again, it makes you ask questions about what drives the Nigerian mindset. When are they going to wake up? They grumble. They are grumbling. People are grumbling. This is going to kill us. How are you taxing people who have no jobs? How are you taxing poor people who don't have any access to opportunity? Put your anger in the street. Put your anger in action. Nigerians can't do it. They can't. We have been telling them. Yes. All right, let me answer this. Okay, all right. So that is the situation. Dami, that is the situation. The situation is still bleak. And this fool is now going back. Like the one he did, they said he removed oil subsidy. On day one, he plunged the country into poverty just with one stupid statement. And now the people are eating trash. A lot of people go to bed, children go to bed on empty stomachs in Nigeria because of the foolishness of this drug dealer who works for France and other imperial forces operating in Nigeria, including China. You need to go to villages across Nigeria to see what the Chinese are doing. They are destroying the environment. They are digging up everywhere. Yes, exposing our people to this. This man is auctioning Nigeria. But what the Nigerian people ought to do, they are not doing. Wake up. I have told them the only way to end this madness is a regime change. Is needed urgently in Nigeria. Regime change is needed urgently in Nigeria. Regime change is urgently needed in Nigeria by the people of Nigeria who have suffered, yes, who have suffered untold hardship. And they are ever willing to take more. I don't know what's wrong with them. Yes, they are ever willing. They see young people from other countries rise up to change the trajectory of their country. But the Nigerian ones, no. You see that they are looking for ways. They are cutting corners. They want to believe that democracy in Nigeria, no, not right now. This democracy in Nigeria, no, it's not going to produce anything. Not with a criminal in charge. He came from the periphery, bought everything that there was to buy, bought himself into power. He did not win any election. And now he's sitting down with his hands on the lever of power. You say you want to run any election in that environment? No. Regime change. Those who make peaceful change impossible makes violent change inevitable. Yes. Something strong that will shake the world has to happen in Nigeria. But are the Nigerian people ready? Especially the young Nigerians, are they ready? The young Nigerians who are actually the most at risk, They don't even understand what sovereignty is. They don't understand what nation their nation is. They don't understand their rights as citizens of Nigeria. They don't understand that they have a duty to protect Nigeria and to defend Nigeria, to protect their own space, their stakes in Nigeria. They think that they are not stakeholders. They don't know how much power they have to change whatever they want to change in Nigeria. The young people of Nigeria, quite frankly, are the greatest obstacle to the liberation of Nigeria. They are the ones. They are the ones. So, damn, nothing has changed about the tax policy. The only way it can change if Nigerians come out in full force to say, yes, you cannot do this. And I must obey. But right now, how I tell you this, it's sad. It's so painful. I have been at the forefront of it, but I'm not going to give up. We continue to tell them until one day, hopefully, they will wake up and do the needful. I hope it won't be too late at the time. Yes. It's sad how unconscious the young people in Nigeria is. They chase shadows. They like to chase shadows. They leave substance. Them, the worst of all, they still find a way to cling onto tribalism, cling onto religious nationalism, cling onto regional nationalism. No, this is not a time for that. We have done that for 65 years. It didn't lead us anywhere, and it's guaranteed to not lead us anywhere. All right? So the only thing these monsters will understand is when the people come with the power of the people, they will bow. But right now, they laugh at Nigerians because they have already psyched them up. They say, okay, one of them said, oh, let them go and be protesting, we'll be eating. Yes, that's what Akpabio, the fake Senate president, said. And he because he understands the psyche of the Nigerian people. All right. All right, okay. One of them, this person is Bredrick Douglas. Okay. You said, do you guys not have access to ancestry DNA testing? Because I have 31% Nigerian in my DNA, and I still can't find no family there. You should be able to find a family there. I don't know the details of your DNA results. Some are specific. They can tell you the location. If you are like an Igbo person, you will find they will tell you, if it is dominant, if it is Yoruba, and if I had access to your DNA testing outcome, I'll be able to tell you, exactly where, if it contains those details. But I don't know what is in your report. Yeah. So first of all, accept that you are Nigerian first. Then we'll work on that. But do you have that number that I left? You can call me. Then we can talk more about that. Maybe, perhaps I'll be able to have a better insight into your DNA report. Thank you very much, and good luck with that. I'm willing to help, if you seek my assistance. All right? And the spectacular A9826. What makes you think that Trump cares about the lives of people in Nigeria when he's solidly behind what France is trying to do in Burkina Faso? Any support you give to Trump is a support to France. I don't know the extent of his involvement in Burkina Faso. I am not sure he has any business or any interest in Burkina Faso. And I don't believe that he has any kind of that type of relationship with France to the extent that he supports in what is happening in Burkina Faso. But I understand that relationship with countries varies. Yes, it varies. What strategic relationship that the United States has with Nigeria may not be the same they have with Burkina Faso and that of France. But everything is fluid. We are looking. We are not stupid as Nigerians too. But what he said was that when he declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, he declared that Christians in Nigeria, because he's backed here by the evangelicals here who pressured him to take action on Nigeria. So far, he has done that. He came with that impression that it's Christians that he's protecting. But far more than that, there are more problems. The situation goes beyond Christians. Actually, there are a lot of Muslims being massacred by these monsters. They are not Muslims. They are evil people. So, and whatever he does, we are not stupid as a people, but we know. So far, I don't have any reason to think otherwise. I don't have any reason. Yes, and this is the reason why. The impression you created is not a bad one at all, I must tell you. Because talking as a Pan-Africanist, I understand all the games that they play. And this is the reason why we must develop our own. Now, let me ask you a question. How come we are always at the mercy of people? Now, if France, the European Union, and the United States, for instance, they can come together because they share something in common, all right? And they're able to put an action plan about what they want to do in any particular place. What is the reason why we, the people of Africa, cannot have an action plan tailored towards resistance? Why is it that we are always divided? Why is it that someone among us will always be the tool to be used by these people? Do you know that if nobody is cooperating with them, they cannot gain any entrance into Africa to do whatever they want to do? They are able to do what they do because some of us corrupt, some of us jealous, some of us just stupid for the fun of it, will always be available to be used. So if there's no one being used, they cannot have access because they don't know those terrains. But if they have a tour guide, someone who knows the environment very well, he gives them a clear idea of where things are and how to get to those things. Yes, that is the reason they succeed. They never succeed in isolation. There has to be someone. And that brings us to the issue of this matter that I'm going to be talking about for the next 15 minutes. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's involvement in this plot to assassinate Captain Ibrahim Traore. An apple tree. An apple does not fall so far from the tree. Just a few weeks ago, a Nigerian military jet violated the airspace of Burkina Faso. And that country detained the aircraft and its crew members. All right? A few days before that happened, there was a coup in Republic of Benin. Nigeria, who has not been able to fight Boko Haram, deployed its military jets to bomb coup plotters in Republic of Benin. Can you put that together, sir? It tells you that something is not right. And from what we know, what we hear, it was at the instance of France, to which, or to, I would say which, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a puppet. They asked him to move into the Republic of Benin. That was how that coup was made not to work, because they had seized everything that they wanted to see. They brought the Nigerian aircraft to bomb positions occupied by the coupists. Then a day or two later, the Nigerian military jet was seen in Burkina Faso. What was the mission? They lied that they were on their way to Portugal. And immediately the Portuguese released a statement that they didn't have any plan, that there was no business with them. All right, Ibrahim Traore detained that plane and its crew member. And it took the Nigerian delegation to go and be negotiating until that aircraft and its occupants were released and returned to Nigeria. And just a few days after that, a few weeks after that, this. All right? I can tell you, where we put it, we say it's suspicion, all right? But this monster, there's nothing he cannot do. He hates Ibrahim Traore with passion. You know, African old men, wicked African old men, who do not want the young people to be anything? Yes, this is one of them. This evil man you see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that's why I put his picture there. He's so evil. He's so vicious. He's a criminal. He sold drugs here in the United States. Yes, he was arrested. He was one of those who destroyed Gary, Indiana. You know Gary, Indiana, very important town. That was where Michael Jackson, legendary Michael Jackson, was born. Go there today, you will cry. Gary, Indiana is a ghost town. Drugs. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of those pioneer destroyers of Gary, Indiana. He operated between Illinois, yes, Chicago, Illinois, and Gary, Indiana. I know those areas very well because I used to travel to all those places when I was in a business that took me around the United States. Bola Ahmed Tinubu destroyed thousands of Americans and thousands of American families. He was arrested, prosecuted, and found guilty here. But he opted for settlement. That's why I'm mad. I'm very mad with the United States. The government at the time, instead of sending him to jail, where heinous criminals should stay for the rest of their lives, they collected nearly 500,000 US dollars from him and called it settlement. And then asked him to leave the US. If Donald Trump was president at the time, yes, he will not go scot-free. He will go to prison. But we are hoping that Donald Trump, based on our own relationship with him, you know, outside the type of relationship he has everywhere. Again, I understand the American foreign policy very well. Their relationship with countries is not blanket. They relate with countries based on their strategic interest in that country. It could be favorable or otherwise. Yes. But in this situation where we are in Nigeria right now, there are a lot of foreign interests already operating inside that country. There are Arabs operating in there, fronting with their Islamic religion. Hypocrites, they don't mean it, but they are out there for the resources. The Chinese are there. Yes, France is there. Old colonial Britain is still there. So it's a mixture. It's a terrible mixture. So we are where we are, with all these people pointing guns, some sin, and a lot unseen guns at the people of Nigeria. We have to make a hard choice. And the hardest choice is the choice that the United States is presenting through Donald Trump, who has demonstrated with audacity that the monsters tormenting Nigeria can be taken on. And he did that in one swoop. And I can tell you, as painful as it can be, that your airspace is violated by another country, that your sovereignty, the most so much talked about sovereignty, is compromised by another country. We have too little choices between dying, being massacred by Boko Haram, Fulani extremists and the terrorists, and then the intervention by Donald Trump. So it is only human. Yes, very, very tough choice. Very, very tough choice that the people of Nigeria have made to settle with the United States. Yes, because I wish the people of Nigeria can fight on their own. That's what I wanted, and that's what I've been advocating since the past nearly 20 years that I've been in the public domain, talking about the way we can change Nigeria and by extension, the whole of Africa. My people of Nigeria have become so weak because they are so poor. See, the worst tools that these people deployed against the people of Nigeria is poverty, denial of access to opportunity. Young graduates graduate from school. I'm talking about millions of them are out of school with nothing to do. They cannot be employed. They are just there. The best they can do is leave the country in droves. You need to go through the Sahara Desert to see how many Nigerians, as we speak right now, some Nigerians are marching on foot across that hot Sahara Desert to get into Libya, Morocco, Algeria, where the Arabs there sell them as commodities, rape the women. Some of them die in the process. Yes. And then those who are able to make it to Italy, some of them die in the Mediterranean. And then when they get to Italy, they are put in concentration camps. Italy, Austria, Germany, and all that. They are chased about every day like criminals by their immigration and security authorities. That is the story of the black man. That is the story of the Nigerian. So they are weak. They have been so battered that they can't stand up. And this plays in advantage of those who oppress them. That is why they see me as a threat. Me speaking to you right now, you want to hear something? My bank account in Nigeria is frozen. My bank account in Nigeria has been frozen since the past nearly 3 years. I cannot. Every time I try to get to my bank today, they can't explain anything to me. Nobody, but I know why. Yes, because of this message. They say I'm inciting Nigerians against them. Why can't I incite them? Why should I not? But the people they say I'm inciting, they are not responding the way they ought to respond. They are not responding the way the Nepalese youths responded. They are not responding the way the Chilean people responded. Yes. They did not respond the way the Bangladesh young people responded. And all these people threw away bad governments and freed themselves from bondage. In Nigeria, what are we talking about? As we speak right now, some young people, especially from the north of Nigeria, they are still telling you about Islam. They tell you what I'm saying is against Islam. They will tell you that I hate Islam. Because those who control them, those who hold them hostage, any person who hold them accountable for their crimes against humanity is seen as an enemy of Islam. You know how it is with them. Once they say you are enemy of Islam, that's all. But that is changing now, especially with the Hausa people. The Hausa people have been subjugated for 226 years this year. They used religion as a tool. They used religion to make them accept that the extreme poverty that they go through was the creation of Allah. But today, the veil is being removed. And they are seeing the Fulani elites for who they are: liars, exploiters, deceivers, and criminals. And they don't like it. Yes, and that is why we are telling them, go all the way. And that is why I'm happy that Yusuf Sodange will start hosting his show here on our channel. Mufaraka Hausawa. Yes. I look forward to that. And I hope you look forward to that. You may be speaking in Hausa. Yeah, for those who understand Hausa, I think it's something. We'll find a way to do a translation. So as he's speaking, you will understand, you will hear, you will be seeing it on your screen, the translation for what he's saying. Yeah, there's a massive revolution coming. They are the ones who divide the country into North and South. What is the meaning of North and South in a country that is supposed to be one? Since I came here about 30 years ago, yeah, it's been United States. The way people introduce themselves, they don't come here and tell me I'm a Northerner, I'm a Southerner. Yes, I've never really heard it. But they come, they say, I'm an American. They say, I am from Ohio. I am from Nebraska. I'm from Iowa. I am from Illinois. I am from Texas. I am from Oklahoma. I'm from Kansas. Yes, I am from California. I am from Nevada. Yes, I'm from Milwaukee. You never hear anybody say, I am a Northerner. I am a Southerner. No. That is the mindset that they kill them with, especially in the North. The one they say, those who drive this crap of the North, it's only for the benefit of one people. Yes, it benefits the North, Northern nationalism, benefits only the Fulani elites and their corrupt families. And when they commit crimes, they claim it, they put it on the North. Like when you hear the ones who want to pretend like they are activists. Oh, the problem of Nigeria is the North. No, the problem of Nigeria is not the North. The problem of Nigeria is Fulani elites. So they use that North to hide their criminality. So when you accept that you are a Northerner, you are accepting a chain. So what I'm telling you today in Nigeria, you are a Nigerian watching me right now. If you have always called yourself a Northerner, please stop. It's not for you. It makes you a criminal. In the eye of the people of Nigeria, the aggrieved people of Nigeria who are really tired of being manipulated, who are being tired of being held down by this foolishness of regional nationalism. You are not a Northerner unless you are a Fulani. The North, the concept of North benefit, our Arewa is for the benefit of the Fulanis. Yes, manipulated by their Fulani elite. Very corrupt, wicked, savage, and irresponsible and rascally idiots. Yes, they are the ones holding Nigeria down. They held the Hausa people down and by extension hold Nigeria down. So we have to bust it now. And that is why what is going on. There's a tsunami coming. The Hausa people are having it. They said, no, we don't want this anymore. They found the truth. And now they are standing up for their right. And now you send the light. Hey, stand up for your right. Did you hear? Get up, stand up. Nigerians, stand up for your right. One more time. Get up, stand up. Yeah. Don't give up the fight. You see, most people think, great God, we come from the sky. Take away everything. Make everybody feel right. And if you know what right is what, you will look for yours right here. And now you send the light. Stand up for your right. Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. All right, so that is what it is. It is what it is. Nigerians, it's time. We have to unite organically. We have to divorce ourselves from these criminals who have been using tribe, religion, region, political parties to divide us. They are business people. They don't mean well for you. They don't care about you. They use your number. They trade you like commodities for their own benefits. Since this idiot came to power, tell me one thing you have benefited as a Nigerian. So that is why we need a new way forward. That new way is not anywhere here with this idiot. You see the corrupt political class of Nigeria. That's why we want a regime change and the dismantling of the Nigerian political system and the class and their drivers. We want a new beginning. We want a country where the best should be the leaders at all levels and not the thieves the way it is right now. Check it out. Check it out from your hometown up to the national level. Describe your politician. He's a thief. He's a criminal. Somebody who has never worked before, all of a sudden he became a politician. You make him a councillor. You make him a member of House of Representatives. You make him a member of House of Assembly. He's a senator. All right, he's a state governor. All of a sudden, bam, money. Where did he get it from? You don't ask. You, who has the power to do anything, what do? You foolishly follow them around. Hey, there's one I would have loved to show so that you will cry for Nigeria, the kind of country that we have. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know if I can get it. It hurts. An idiot who has been everything, as if he's the owner of a particular place in Delta State, my home state where I come from. He has been a local government chairman. He has been a commissioner. He has been secretary to government. He has been a senator. He has been a two-term governor. And now he wants to return to the Senate because they are jobless. They don't have anything to do. This is a young man who graduated from medical school. He did not even practice medicine for 2 years. He jumped into politics. The same way lawyers will jump into politics without knowing anything about court proceedings. They jump into politics because that's where money is. An engineer, somebody who graduated with a degree in engineering, he doesn't even know how to do technical drawing. He jumps into politics. You see why Nigeria is dying. So this man was a medical doctor. He did not contribute anything to medical science. I'm a nurse. I've contributed over 40 years to nursing, knowledge, research. I speak. Yes, they invite me to speak. I speak. But this idiot did not contribute one thing to medicine. He has been everything. And in all the positions he has held, he failed totally, woefully on all of them. Now he wants to return to the Senate. Okay, let me see if this post is not here. Yeah, I wish. Hi, I wish I can. I need to show you guys this, to hear the show of shame. The show of shame. Show of shame in Nigeria. Nigeria is my country, run by ridiculous people. Ridiculous people. Ridiculous people. At all levels. Can you imagine a drug dealer being your president? And the people are okay by it. They call him Jagaban. They celebrate him. Yes. They celebrate him. Yes. Excuse me. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I was researching this information. I'm happy that I found it. So let's get together and get this whole thing completed. Yes. Now, yes, we are here. Join back. I have a huge information, to share with you, just about what drives the mindset of a typical Nigerian. Yes, what drives the mindset that, it's baffling. It's baffling. And that is why I decided, to do what I am doing. Oh my God, it's a lot of messages here. A lot of messages. All right. Yes. And, all right. Let me see. All right. Come on back. Yes. I'm back with a powerful information, the information I was looking for, before the disruption. So I'm going to share that information. I'm going to share that information for you. Corruption is a big problem in Nigeria. Big, massive problem. Massive problem. Corruption. Everybody is involved. And everybody is a victim. So now the question is, when can we stop? And why can't we stop? Who said that we cannot stop it? For real, if we love our country. And it begins with us. Which type of people do we choose as leaders? When Nigerians open their eyes to choose criminals, you have no right to be crying about what the criminals are doing to you. You chose them. You chose them. You chose them. All right. The spectacular 9826. You said something. You said, as long as the West continue to meddle in our elections and politics, we will always have leaders that will cooperate with them. Again, like I reacted before, I don't really quite agree with that opinion. I hope you are still here, and so that I can hear why I say no. The reason is that we suffer the consequences of the problems that we created. The West involved in our politics. Okay, who invites them to be involved in our politics? Why are you not asking questions? Why they do not invite you? Like here, I've seen so many elections here in the United States. I'll be looking to see if they have international monitors coming to monitor their elections here. And since I've been looking, I've never found one. Not even one monitor. They don't need you to come and monitor. So we go and invite them, and then we complain. Why do we invite them? What are we trying to prove? Why can't we be right in our own way? Do the right thing. Somebody will put their ballot boxes. 2 persons are contesting. You have the ballots. Then people come and vote. After the vote, the votes are counted, and a winner is declared. Does that happen in Nigeria? Even when the votes are counted, people go into the bush to stuff votes and then bring them back to be counted. That siege mentality, we have to end it, because it makes us look like kindergarten. So those people will never respect us if we cannot do anything for ourselves and by ourselves. So let's take responsibility for that. Let's not blame the West. Let's stop inviting them and make up our mind that we are going to vote, and our votes will count. And the true winner will emerge. Then we'll be all right. It happened in 1993, right? The June 12th election was the best election ever conducted anywhere in the world. There was no electronic voting. The people voted, and they saw the result of their vote. And it was so simple. Simple, very simple. Not sophisticated. People lined up behind the candidates of their choice. And they counted them while they were on the line. And it was clear who won and who lost. Yes. And guess what? Some people did not like it. They truncated it. Was it the West that truncated that election? Was it the West that told Babangida to nullify that election? Man, when we blame the West sometimes, we need to know. Now, in the last election, 2023 election, 5 presidential candidates jumped into the plane, went to London, went to Chatham House, yes, to read their manifestos in an election that was to be conducted in Nigeria. You know what that means? It means that we are a slave. Yes, it means that Nigerians have not come of age. It means they went to their slave masters. So if you are looking for somewhere, like I always tell them, if I was looking for a place to make a speech, to bring about my economic blueprint for the development of Nigeria, I would perhaps want to go to Oba Ovorame, the man who waged the war against the European invaders. Yes. Yes. I will go to his grave and stand there to talk. If I want to go too far away, I'll go to Shaka Zulu in Zululand in South Africa. We have a lot of great people. But all the idiots boarded the plane. They want to satisfy the white man, right? They want to satisfy the West. So went there. Who invited them? They went there. They took Tom in Chatham House. This idiot could not even answer any question. Whenever they asked him a question, he would parry the question to some of the people around him. The commander-in-chief. All right? That's what they wanted. So don't blame the West. Let's blame ourselves. Now let's start taking responsibilities for our action. But before I forget, this particular thing that I'm going to show you is a video of the man that I was telling you. His name is Governor Dr. Ibrahim. He was the ex-governor of Delta State. He's broke and now he is jobless. So he's looking for relevance. And you know what? He wants to go back to the Senate. Yes, he wants to go back to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is that not shameful? Yes. He wants to return to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. See the ugly man? Yes. Yes. He has been local government chairman. He has been commissioner on a number of times. And he has been a secretary of the state government. He has been a senator. He has been 2-term governor. He has aspired to be vice president. And now he wants to return to the Senate. Is his father the owner of Nigeria? Is the father the owner of Delta North? Yes. Is his father the owner of Eka? But guess what? Our Eka people are so stupid for the most part. Majority of them are idiots. Yes. They are lining behind him. Yes. They line behind this thief. You know what? He was arrested, right, at the end of his tenure. All right? He was arrested by the EFCC. That corrupt, useless EFCC. Everything about Nigerian institutions, useless. How can we have that kind of country? Yes, tell me how we can have this type of country. Yeah, where a man like this, a criminal, they arrested him for 1.3 trillion naira that he could not account for during his tenure. And they took him to Port Harcourt. Yes. They took him to Port Harcourt. And then when they released him, he went and joined the ruling party, that's the APC, or terrorist party, right? He joined because when you join, your sins are forgiven. Yes. He joined the state governor of the Delta State as it stands right now, joined the party. And the state governor of Delta State is his protege, the man that he put in place to help cover his crime, to cover his fraud. He left a hollow wallet for the state. He stole everything in the state coffer. He bankrolled Atiku's presidential, dead on arrival presidential candidacy in 2023 with 150 billion naira that he allegedly borrowed on behalf of the states. Now, children, unborn generations will be the ones paying. And this guy, idiot, has the audacity to want to return to the Senate. And you know what? Our people are lining behind him. You want to see this? Here is him. See this criminal.
In the process, because there are things that with your smartphones, you can easily do a lot. A lot more people can be brought into the registration. Move from house to house. Don't wait until people come into a sport. Because whom you have registered as a party member that bears a card, the likelihood is that that person, bearing all odds, will likely want to vote for you. So this is the time to canvass for the votes. And I think that it is important. On the issues, if I just digress a little, a lot of people may be complaining back home, and we know that people still complain about the issues of the economy. But for us, we need to understand exactly where Nigeria is, so that when you return back home, you are able to tell the people the truth and to prepare their minds. What Mr. President is doing for this country is not because I'm in the APC now, is something that we deserve as a nation.
Wow.
That's number one.
You see the idiots clapping, right? You see the fools clapping for this liar.
Things that did happen.
Yeah.
They're starting from where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made the economy of this nation. Nigerians should be thanking him
Wow.
for the situation that we are in now. Otherwise, if you are not taking certain steps, we would all have been crying as a country today. And the fact that people,
Oh my God.
our daughters, Gonjewala, with the DG of the WTO, had to speak to clear things. And then people tried to intimidate her by asking, why will you say that? She said, I spoke the truth because I know that we're on the right economic path. As several people have so said, many people may not want to speak the truth because they want to be politicians. But Mr. President wants to be in Nigeria first before being a politician. So it's important that we are careful. Today, I don't think there's any local government council or any state government in this country that owes salary anymore. And who is responsible for that? It is the economic policy of Mr. President that has turned things around so that our local governments and our states are receiving between 3 and 4 times what it used to receive in the past.
Wow.
So he's made it possible through a more efficient tax collection, through a more efficient system to enable them have the resources that they spend. So when people come out to speak ill about the man, even those, some people that you find in authorities, it's just a question of the fact that they do not have understanding. So it is for us party men to be informed so that we can carry the information out there.
It will not be well with you, Okowa. Liar. 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 You've been lying all your life.
As you can find out wherever people are grown. When China was to grow,
Whoa.
understand their growth, they locked themselves on the inside, went through the pains. By the time they came up, the whole world was
You
shut.
need to recover all the money you stole. You're gonna bring them back, thieves.
Besides the issue of
For real. You have the audacity.
all 4 political parties, including the APC, the PDP, then where I was vice presidential candidate, the LNP, LMPP, and the Labour Party, all 4 of us had in our agenda, in our manifesto, the removal of fuel subsidy. So when we have now criticize them for taking the action. Where the rest of us trying to deceive the nation, the man says something and he's doing what he wants to do because he believes that Nigeria was going on a critical path that was downhill. And he felt that he needed to reverse that before we go into the depths. So there's no morality in any of them standing up to criticize the removal of the fuel subsidy. Because in the first instance, I was a governor and I know that the bulk of that money was actually used to fund round tripping. Where people, I don't want to go into the details, let's leave that for another day. But the important thing is that he has done us good and we're going on the right path. We may suffer for some time, but definitely, next few years, I believe that Nigerians will say, thank you that this man became president.
Liar, thief, the greatest thief.
Come and say, it appears you are the lone voice speaking for every one of us. We are truly proud of what you're doing and we pray that you continue in that line. As a capital, we are proud of what you're doing.
Whoa.
I want to thank you also for convening this meeting today.
Disgusting thief.
To the member of the House of Rep and our two party chairman for Ika South. Why is standing chairman? Mr. Honorable Father Ibide and the chairman of the Ika Northeast, Honorable Samuel Ikenekiri. I recognize you and every other leader and all of us who are leaders in our own right. Because if you are not the leader,
Bunch of criminals gathered here.
this meeting. We are leaders in our own right. I want to thank all of us for coming. I believe that looking at the number of persons here and the quality of persons that we have here,
Quality of criminals.
ordinarily we should not have any cause to worry politically. But as so many people have spoken, if we all decide that we have to work together and to start now, not tomorrow, I'm sure that we'll be able to command the space in all the 26 wards of the Car Federal Constituency. And it's important that we command that space because I know that both the Car South and the Car Northeast have always been known for good figures in elections.
Good
And I
figures.
believe that we can
Rigged
truly
figures.
deliver even
Yes,
much more
master
than
rigger.
before. Because we are all together now in one party. Secondly, the governor of Delta State was the first of the governors to join hands with Mr. President in the APC. And because of that, we're a role model. And being a
Role model.
that everybody refers to,
See,
and Mr.
because
President
because
refers
it's a role model, thief,
everybody will be
robber,
looking onto the
is a
kind
role
of
model.
results that will come from Delta State.
Lord.
So if we spend
All right, the people of Nigeria, people of the world, you hear a typical Nigerian politician. He's a thief. This one, he should be in jail right now. But the judiciary is dead. The law enforcement is dead. Everything about Nigeria is dead. So this is why I laugh, I scoff at those who are angling for 2027. There's nothing. These criminals, nothing. They have hijacked the country. The only way we can recover that country is to stand up as a people with force. Yes, with force. With force. With force. Or nothing. Or nothing. The country is in coma. The country is strangulated. We need to use force to set that country free. Otherwise, I don't know how long Nigeria has left. Yes, so this is the type of people who cooperate with the West. He's a thief, armed robber. He has finished, destroyed generations. His house belongs to jail. But I'm hoping that there will be a time, and hopefully soon too, when all these guys will be called to account for what they did to Nigeria. Yes. Ibrahim Traore represents the future of Africa. Absolutely. Please, let us come out once and protest against him. Now, the issue of protest in Nigeria, the issue of protest in Nigeria is not one day come out and protest. So what do you intend to achieve with your protest? Because I got tired. I'm no longer a fan of protests in Nigeria. Because Nigerians, they say they want to protest. They go there. They don't achieve anything. And they return. The people they are going there to protest against start laughing at them. Did you see what the Nepalese youth did? They got ready. They had a mindset that they didn't want the government there anymore. They stayed for as long as it took them. The same thing Bangladesh did. They threw their leaders away. We're done with you. Done. But Nigerians, we say they are protesting. You will see some of them will tell you, oh, you need to rent a bus for us. Rent a bus for you to go and protest. It's like bribing you to be patriotic. When the Egyptians said that they had enough of Hosni Mubarak, they went for his jugular. They went prepared. They took over Cairo. They came from Alexandria. They came from all places in Egypt. Some trekked. Some rode with bicycle. Nobody was put in a bus. They came with a mission. They came that they were going to succeed. They sat there. The military did not shoot them like they do in Nigeria. The military told Mubarak, we are not going to get involved. Yes. And the people had their way. And Mubarak was brought down. They put Morsi. Morsi, they did not like. They came back again and pulled Morsi. Within a space of 6 months, 2 leaders went down the drain. You Nigerian, what can you do? It is only we talk. We don't act. Now, these people have developed immunity against our talking. So that is why they laugh. That's why I'm not a fan of protest. If you want to protest, you better be there until the business is done. If your protest is aimed at removing Bola, Ahmed, Tinubu, you must stop seeing your Yoruba race. You must stop seeing Islam. You must stop seeing your Southwest. You must see Nigeria. You must see the trouble Nigeria is going through. You must see what the pains Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inflicted on Nigeria. You should use that anger to say, no, we don't want you anymore. We don't want you anymore. Everybody stays put. Here we go. I tell you, 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. It's enough. Actually, only the people in Abuja can send him out. Yes, only the people. How many millions of people in Abuja, if they are serious, they come out, they are hungry. We are not going to take this nonsense anymore. They come there, come out, fill the streets every day, until Bola Ahmed Tinubu steps down and get the hell out of the way. Nigerians, you don't have that mindset yet. That is why I told you must do some in-house cleaning. You are a Yoruba man, go and purge yourself of tribalism. You are an Igbo man, purge yourself of complacency. You are the man who say you are from the north, a Hausa man, free your chain right now. We are freeing you right now. We are working hard on it. Don't be northerner anymore. Come and join the mainstream of Nigeria to say, we don't want this bastard anymore. Here we go. He will have no choice. He will have no choice because the people have the power. Sadly, the people of Nigeria don't know how much power they have. That is why these monsters hold them hostage and smile about as if nothing is happening. Millions of our people are dying. Villages are being sacked, and nobody does anything. The army is doing absolutely nothing. The police is rotting. DSS work for the criminal. Whoever they don't want, like people like me, they want to, but Gumi, they cannot do anything. People make bad statements against the sovereignty and territorial integrity, against the corporate existence of the country. Nobody does anything. But only those who speak the truth, the genuine patriot, like Nnamdi Kanu, what they did to him. They put him in life jail. But Nnamdi Kanu, I tell you this, you are not going to spend your life in jail. Change is coming, and it's going to be brutal. Yes, that is what they are doing. So, President Donald Trump, let me thank you for what you did so far. Yes, you are here. You have your own thing. Yes, countries relate with countries. Nigerians are so weak. They cannot stand to fight. They are so hungry and so poor. That is why they cannot fight. So thank you for bombing the terrorists. Nigerians are asking. I am telling you, I'm talking to Nigeria, I'm talking to the world about Nigeria. Nigerians love what Donald Trump did on the 25th of December, 2025. Most Nigerians loved it. Hausa people and we are celebrating. You see, if it was before, you will see that they will bring them into the streets to begin to destroy things. They have seen the light. They have removed the veils in their eyes. The thick veil is coming off. The chains are broken. Yes, are being broken. So we are waking up. Yes, so thank you. More action. They are now hiding. Satan of Sokoto has gone into hiding now. Gumi is making 200 statements per minute. They know that Armageddon is going to grip them in no distant time. So I want to warn those. Please, President Donald Trump, I want to tell you this, point blank. Do not get yourself involved with what is happening in Burkina Faso. You know France. France has never been a good country. Please don't do anything with them in Burkina Faso. It's a different ball game there. You touch Burkina Faso, you are touching Africa. That is exactly what it is. If you followed what happened before, the last coup, what France wanted to do, how the whole of Africa came out, that is how much they take him. But for Bola Tinubu, we can award him to you. Come and take him away. We don't need him. Nobody needs him in Nigeria. He represents evil. He's a drug dealer. He works with terrorists and bandits. He is behind all those terrorists and bandits. That is why he cannot take any action against them. So please spare him. Leave Burkina Faso alone. All right? Let France do it if they feel they can. But I tell you, they cannot. Any person who goes there to Burkina Faso to think he wants to effect a change, it's not going to work. Never. It will not work. Because that is a different ball game. That is a different ball game. All right, so Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I believe very strongly too, that he has a hand in what happened in Burkina Faso. But he was put to shame with his acolytes. Macron, whether it's his girlfriend, we don't know the kind of relationship they have. The way he goes there all the time, something is not right. That young man who married his great-grandmother has no respect for Africa. Let him come and overthrow Ibrahim Traore, so we can see who is going to ascend the throne there. Looking at the way Burkinabes look at Ibrahim Traore is a mission impossible. So just this should leave him alone. He's free. Africa in that place is free. We want more Ibrahim Traore across Africa. We want many Ibrahim Traores in Nigeria. We want so many Samoa Sankara. We want so many Samora Machel. We want a lot of Robert Mugabe. They are hardcore Pan-Africanists. That's what we want right now. And not puppets. We are tired of them. Puppets never do any good for any country. They destroy their country. They make their countries poor. And we are tired of being poor. Africa is tired of being that continent that everybody wants to help. We are not beggars. We are the ones feeding the world. So we must benefit from what we have in Africa. Yes, that is what it is. So, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, be careful. Be careful. Don't get yourself involved. You saw how Burkina Faso messed you up. When you came on day one, there was a mission already to make you chairman of ECOWAS on the very few first days. Yes, to use you to commit that sinister act. You saw how disgraced you were on the case of Niger. You should have tried it and see. You would have been roasted the first few days of your inglorious tenure. You are a sick man. Yes, if Nigerians knew what they wanted, you won't be there anymore. But I think hopefully the people of Nigeria will regain their consciousness and do what they must do. I am not a fan of 2027, so I'm not going to say it and talk about 2027. 2027 is a joke. I don't pray for it to come. I want something drastic to happen in Nigeria now and not tomorrow. Not 2027. This is 2026. 2027 is next year. So how many people would have died while we are waiting for that 2027 that will come, and then we repeat again, and then we are talking about 2031. No, we are tired of postponing this devil day. Let it happen. So that's what it is. Stay away from Ibrahim Traore because he looms larger than you. Okay? Stay away. I want to see you down. And that is my mission. That is what I dream about every day. Anything I can do to bring you down is what I want to do. I wish Nigerians can listen. Then choke Nigeria up everywhere, every street, and demand your ouster and see the power of the people. Yes. I don't believe in Nigerian military coup because it's not going to produce any cowards in the Nigerian armed forces. So I don't want to even wait. The power of the people of Nigeria should wake up and do what they must do. That's the only thing. Very wicked, evil man, evil man, evil man. Look at what he's doing with his children. Look at what Sheyi, his son, is doing. Sheyi suddenly became like the vice president of Nigeria. He joined the Boko Haram. He joined the Mieti Allah. Nigerians are looking at him. He wants to be governor of Lagos State. Come on now, what's wrong with the people of Nigeria? I find it difficult to understand, seriously, what happened to the minds of the Nigerian people. Why we have become robots. Why we have become vegetables. Why we have become once boisterous Nigerians. What is wrong with them? I don't know. It's hard to believe what Nigeria has become. Professor Wole Soyinka, Femi Falana, all of them just suddenly went dead because they are nepotistic and tribalistic people, right? They don't want to rock the boat. During Jonathan Goodluck, everybody was protesting. Yes, now we can't protest. We are all shot. Tunde Bakare is suddenly shot. Nobody hears anything about him again. What a damn stupid people. Yes, young generation of Nigerians, please look at yourselves. Look at your futures. Look at your certificates that you are not using. You graduated from school. You are riding Okada for survival. Your mates who graduated from engineering, even before they finish school here, they already got a job. Nigeria is a very beautiful country that we must not allow to waste, that we must not continue to allow to be in the hands of criminals. We have some of the best brains scattered all over the world. Intellectuals leave when the conditions at home become unfavorable. They go to places where they are given the opportunity to express themselves. That is why we do well. Why am I here? For it, why am I here? Why am I here if the condition at home was good? I made a return in 2019. I ran for Senate in Nigeria, Delta North. What did the people tell me? Even if they told me that I was the best, which I knew, even one of the candidates told me, you are the best, you are the only one in this race. Yes, but what did they do on the election day? They sold their votes. and they are now crying. They sold their vote to a criminal. Yes. The criminal was Peter Nwaboshi. Yes, now dead. He died 2 weeks ago. Yes. 2 years into his tenure, he was sentenced to jail, 7 years jail term for fraud. Yes, me who came with clean hand. They treated me like I was like a nobody. I came there with a clean hand, the heart of service, to serve them the way the man who inspired me, Senator John Cornyn, the highest ranking senator here in the United States, who traveled all the way from Washington, D.C. to meet me in Houston over an immigration problem that I had, FBI problem that I had. Yes, he came and sat face to face with me. He asked me questions. I answered him. He asked me for my documents. I gave everything to him. He told me, Smart, you're a good guy. But, you know, this situation is a very, very tough one. You are in a big trouble. Not because you caused any trouble. Because of what our country was going through, or is going through at this time. Yes, that was after the 9/11 terrorist attack on the United States. Yes. I went somewhere, Galveston. One of my cousins came from Nigeria. We went to Galveston. Galveston is an island here, about 45 miles from Houston. There are a lot of beaches there. So we went to have fun. We took pictures. I didn't know somebody was watching me. Yes. When we came back in the morning, the FBI came to my house and knocked at my door and started this whole thing until we discovered that it was Galveston. They said they said that I was allegedly taking pictures of tall buildings. So when you start taking pictures of tall buildings, you know what that means for national security in the United States, which means you are surveying the place for a possible terrorist attack. Yes. For nearly 10 years, my green card was torpedoed. Yes. I was like a rabbit in a cage. So when Senator John Cornyn got involved, he came in humility, in leadership. Yes, I was perplexed. I said, really? This Senator John Cornyn is here? He came to see me? Yes. We met at his office. We spoke. And then he took all my documents. And then when he got to Washington 3 days after, he called me. He said, Smart, you are in a serious trouble. But I know you are a good guy because I've checked you out. You don't have any criminal record. But, hey, because of what is happening, and this thing that is happening, I cannot influence the speed of investigation, and I cannot influence the outcome. You have to, deal with it. It can be 5 years, it can be 3 years, it can be 10 years, it can be 20 years. But we want to be sure of who you are in the United States. So the only thing, you can go about your business, but you cannot travel, you can't leave the United States until the investigation is over. Yes, until the investigation is over. Now, when you go to Nigeria, for instance, and you go and want to meet your counselor, he's going to want to make you make an appointment. I remember calling a bloody stupid idiot who they say is the chairman of my local government area. I called him respectfully over an issue, sent him a message. He didn't respond. He didn't respond. For real. A little local government chairman who was born, years after I finished high school. He didn't respond. He didn't call me back. But I'm preparing his message for him very soon. He didn't respond. Then I put it in the public domain. And you know what ignorant Nigerians were telling me? They said that I needed to pass through the official channel. Official channel, right? Then I remember Senator John Cornyn. That is a little rat out there. Not even near my youngest brother's age. Because he became a local government chairman through fraud. And he's stealing money. That's all. So I needed to beg him some kind of way. Maybe find someone to talk to him that Smart wants to talk to you. Who the fuck are you? Yes. That's it. So that was the heart I wanted to come to serve the people with. But the people did not want, Nigerians don't want anything good. Maybe tomorrow now they will want, maybe perhaps now, as they are suffering like hell, maybe that will wake them up. Yes. In my hometown, in that election of 2019, I can tell you that I did not get up to 50 votes from my hometown. This was my hometown that I spent over 100 million naira to free from the hands of a terrorist, the agent of Boko Haram, who was parading himself as the king of my place. Yes. Yes. He was manhandling old men, abusing women and children, even killed some youths. Yes. Until we stepped in and told him, no, you can't do this here. He was dethroned and they would banished him from our hometown. I funded it for the most part. But it's sad how Nigerians are. It was Nigerians in this case who were telling me that I needed to pass through an official circle for a little rat. Yes. A little rat who graduated from a university, he never worked. He has no work experience, nothing. His only experience is, maybe it was a courtist following politicians. Yes, no job experience, nothing. And people celebrate him. We are a sick people. We need to change our ways. This is the reason the country is drowning. This is the reason why this idiot bastard called Okowa is insulting our people, insulting our intelligence, and the people will be clapping for him. He wants to return to the Senate. All right, there should be protests in all Nigerian embassies worldwide. Ibrahim Traore is our leader. We don't recognize these puppets. I agree with you. But don't worry. We're taking care of all that. All right? And Tinubu is a big threat to West Africa. I speak as a Nigerian. Absolutely. And that is what I think too. And that is why we must take action now. Keeping Tinubu in power in Nigeria will undermine the national security of Nigeria and the West African sub-region. Yes, to a very, very large extent, because he's a threat, he's a puppet. He has no interest of Nigeria and the Nigerian people at heart. He doesn't care he doesn't even know what it takes to be a president. Just is answering Mr. President. And the fools around him, our people who love sycophancy. Yes. Kamsi said, keep speaking, brother. Most of us should come out, especially those in the diaspora. Absolutely. The diaspora is the hope of Nigerians. We are the hope of Nigerians. But we must do better. We must unite. We must support those who are speaking. We must do whatever we can to wake our people up. This nonsense got to end. They preach Western education is Boko Haram. Yeah, those are the people out there. Animals. Yes. You see, all those, like the Fulani elites, they are all disgraced people, thieves. Yeah, these idiots who pray 5 times a day. Oh, give them opportunity. Fulani elites. They are the biggest trouble Nigeria has. Criminals, all rogues. You want me? Atiku, thief. El-Rufai, thief. Abubakar Malami, the one that was crying right now. Let me see his tears. Let me see if, did I save his thing? Let me see if, so you see his loud crying mouth. Yeah, right there. Yeah, do you see that idiot? Abubakar Malami, he was a Minister of Justice and Attorney General under the Buhari terrorist organization that they call a government. Thank God I found this picture. Abubakar Malami. Yes. He did so many terrible things. He perverted justice. He worked for Boko Haram. He organized with Yusuf Bichi the Boko Haram assault on Kuje prison. He wrote the no terrorists, none of them were tried. Those terrorists came, broke into the largest prison in Nigeria, freed all their members. Yes, for 2 hours. 2 hours or 3 hours operation. We did not see the Nigerian army because the chief of army staff was one of them, Fulani, very corrupt people. Yes, the director of DSS, Yusuf Beach, was Fulani, right? Then he, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the country, Abubakar Malami. This man stole the country blind. He has over 72 properties that they just discovered. Yes. He was the one who wrote the blueprint for what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of those who arranged the kidnap gang that went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. Now he is crying because he's having his day in court. Even though the people trying him are not the best. But look at his tears. Yes, you will rot in jail. Evil man. You didn't know. Why boasted of self? Oh, evil man. Keep on telling me. Yeah. Playing smart and not being clever. Oh no. I say you walk in iniquity to achieve vanity. Hey, but the goodness of Jaja adhered forever. Yeah. So if you are the big tree, we are the small axe, ready to cut you down. We're sharp to cut you down. Yes, you know, the hunter became the hunted. Look at how he's crying. There was another one, Idris, was the Accountant General of Nigeria. He stole 80 billion. He's a Fulani. He prays 5 times. 5 times a day. Wicked hypocrites. And they put Islam in the front. Liars. Yes. See how all of them disgrace. Hadis Rika was Minister of Aviation. What did he do? He stole, even to the last minute of Buhari's administration. He went to Ethiopia. Borrowed an Ethiopian jetliner. Put a Nigerian logo on it. Air Nigeria. They flew that Air Nigeria, oh my God, that Ethiopian jetliner with Air Nigeria logo on it. They flew it to Abuja on the day Buhari was handing over to this drug dealer. And they were popping champagne about the emergence of a new airline for Nigeria. Kai, Fulani elites are so wicked. Wicked. Nigerians, you are cursed. You allow them come to power in Nigeria. Yes, especially at the presidential level. You are cursed. Any Nigerian who will go and vote for a Fulani elite like this bastard and the rest of them, including Atiku, Rabi Kwankwaso, yes, Erufai, Aminu Tambuwa, and the rest of them, you are cursed. These people have hurt Nigeria so badly. He's crying. They give deadly punches, but they can't take counter punches. That is the problem with the Fulani elites. Yes, and their militia, the same thing that they do. They go and attack villages when those villagers are sleeping. They don't come in the daytime to fight. Lazy fighters, lazy criminals, hypocrites, bigots, liar. You should die in jail. All right, people, thank you very much for joining me. If you let me, I will go on and on and on. And it's 5:45 a.m. here. I don't know how I'm going to go to work today. Yes, but I have to go to work. And it's a pleasure being with you guys. Please join us. If you have not subscribed now, take a few seconds. It doesn't take but just a few seconds, to subscribe and like our broadcast, share our message, Get more people involved. Join us in this movement. We will represent the cause of good. If you are a Nigerian, you must know that no Nigerian can make Nigeria a better country than you and I. It is our duty. We owe that country that responsibility because that country gave us the identity that we have. That country gave us the space that we enjoy, to call our country, and that is why we must defend every space we have in Nigeria. Yes, for this and unborn generations of Nigerians. Please let us do ourselves and our country that favor. I don't think the country is asking for too much. Yes, if you have a mother, don't you care for your mother? Take Nigeria. Nigeria is our mother, for real. It's our mother. Yes, let us take care of her. If we take care of her, Nigeria will take care of us. If we take care of her, we have to start through choosing the right leadership. Ask ourselves question: why am I a Nigerian? Why do I exist as a Nigerian? Now compare yourself and an American, young American who is in America. You see how American lives matter. If an American comes to Nigeria, yes, comes to Nigeria right now, it has happened. He goes to Nigeria and they kidnap him. One life, what that one life? America will fly fighter jets to locate wherever he is. One life. It just happened not too long ago. One life, one American life matters a lot. But Nigerian lives, do we matter? If I go to Nigeria right now on an American passport, anything happens to me, they know that I'm there on an American passport. You kidnap me, they will come and look for me. They will, as long as I have that passport. Ask yourself a question. Don't you like something like that? It was not Holy Ghost who made it happen. It's the citizens who sat down and decided what they wanted. And they continue to make it better every day, every day, every day. And they choose the right type of people who can continue to defend what America is about. Now ask yourself a question. Why are you a Nigerian? You can be that Nigerian whose life matters. That when anything happens to you anywhere on earth, Nigeria will come and show face for you. They kidnapped some people and took them to Sokoto. America sent fighters. They located where those people were being kidnapped. They neutralized all their kidnappers and took the Americans home. What a country. It's only one country that can do that. That's the United States of America. Stand up and do the right thing for Nigeria. And it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with the type of leadership that we choose. We can make it happen. And Nigeria will be so great. So great. Because we already have everything that we need. It's just the right people who can put it together, put all the puzzles together for the good. So there will be no need for Hausa, Igbo, rivalry, Yoruba, rivalry. If you're a Nigerian, you're a Nigerian. You have free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity to grow and develop and progress and prosper according to your abilities and levels of competency in a non-threatening environment. You don't want that, so you won't have time to be thinking about who is a Yoruba man, or who is an Hausa man, who is a Fulani man, who is an Igbo man, and all this nonsense rivalry. The reason the rivalries exist because of unnecessary scarcity for what is already available to us. Hey, with this, I say good night. Thank you very much. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Please join us. It helps us. Join our membership. Join our membership. Help us grow. Send us gifts. Send us super thanks. Inspire us to do more. Yes, we are committed to doing this job, and we look forward to seeing a free and really progressive Nigeria. Bye for now.